Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Dadisajoke, Retro Rockin' Gamer, and this is episode 5 of your weekend report. So, good morning. Okay, folks. Some interesting things have happened in Atari land this past week, which has actually been pretty good. Need coffee. 3 games were released this week, which is really cool. So, Heroes of Loot 2 got released. Which these new games we haven't gotten yet. Budget is very tight right now, so I can't go spending money on new games right now, so I can't review them, or at least play them. Anyways, it'll happen eventually. So Heroes of Loot 2 has gotten really good reviews from the folks at the Atari VCS Discord group. So now there's different levels. There's an ending, unlike the first game. Let's see. Escape from Popo, which is like, which is like one of those driving. What was that game from the Atari 2600? Street Racer, something like that. Somebody remind me. I didn't do the research on that, but that got released also. And the long-awaited Skinny and Franco beat-em-up game got released, which is very cool. A lot of people were excited about that. And again, a lot of people from the Atari VCS Discord group are playing it. One of the guys is having an issue with unable to get past level 1. He completes it, but he won't continue on. Also, I've heard the game's kind of hard, but that's a good thing too. So yeah, 3 games in a week, which is very exciting. Again, this for people who think the Atari VCS is dead or Atari's dead, things are moving along at a clip, especially with all the IPs that they bought last week or the week before. So things are coming along. Atari's doing well. Looks like they have money to spend, and hopefully they can make that money back and reinvest it for more stuff. I mean, that's what you do, right? That's what I do. Okay. Now, here's another cool thing. I think this is very cool. Some people may not agree with me, but Atari is selling reproduction PCBs of 3 of their major games. And speaking of major games, Major Havoc is one of them. Gravatar is another one. And Black Widow, which is very cool. And the thing I like about it is these things are practically, I mean, if you can find the original chips, you can build yourself the game, which is very cool. Yeah. You can just populate all the chips on the board and away you go. And also, I believe, if I could see from the pictures, and I'm not 100% sure, there's a little bit of a write-up. Yeah, there's a history gameplay write-up right on the PCB, which, again, if you're an Atari fan and you're a collector, I think that would be very cool to have. $245 is a little steep, but again, it is a PCB. There's a lot of history behind it. So, I mean, it's not too bad. And the thing I like about it is Gravatar Reproduction PCB Revision C. So it has all the revisions and everything on it, which is actually very cool. I'd buy it in a second. But again, no money. Anyway, besides that, I don't need to tell you my woes. What's next on the list here? I think that's about it for regular news. Just to do some Dadisajoke housekeeping, just to let everybody know, my son, Stephen, who has autism, when I was playing retro games back in the day when he was young, the Jack Specific joysticks were out, and I remember the first one I bought was the Activision one from Walmart. And I got him playing on it. And from then on, he got hooked. He got absolutely hooked on the Atari 2600. He was at that point, because he loves YouTube and he does a whole bunch of stuff that whatever he likes, he goes onto YouTube and watches videos repeatedly. That's part of his issue. But he fell in love with it, and he started watching because he knew there were Activision games. He started watching the Activision commercials back from the 80s, and then he started seeing how everything was pointed to the Atari 600. And one day back in the early the later 2000s, he pops up one day to me. He says, "Dad, I want to get Atari 2600." And I had to explain to him that they don't make them anymore. And then, go on to eBay, blah, 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 get him one. It's still in his room years and years after. It's history now. I mean, I'm glad I've got him enjoying, retro games. And also, cognitively wise, it's good for him because it teaches him to concentrate. And what the thing is, when he really likes something, he really concentrates. And the kid is amazing. He can get really big high scores on some games. So he asked me, "Dad, I want to make some videos for Dadisajoke." And I'm like, "Okay, cool." So we went out and got some little pieces of equipment that we needed to connect to the capture device. And he made 2 videos. One of them is on a SpongeBob game that he likes, which is on our YouTube channel on Dadisajoke. And also he just did the Activision one yesterday, which he's really proud about and he's really happy. So if you don't mind, I appreciate if you guys leave some comments for him. Just boost his confidence. And that's about it. There's still items on sale on the store. Also, don't forget the USB, the Dadisajoke Retro Power USBs that you can use on your Atari VCS and computers. Don't forget, you can use it on PCs. Which has RetroPie on it. We still have we still have a whole bunch available, so you can stop by and just pick those up on the Dadisajoke store. Also, I just want to clear up an issue. A lot of people have been asking me about this. Is that the USB keys are not self-bootable. Even if you go into PC mode, it will not boot up. What you need to do is when the initial Atari logo boots up on the VCS, you need to hook up a keyboard and tap delete to get into the BIOS. Once you get into the BIOS, go where it has all the lists of the drives, select the USB key, and then the machine will reboot and then boot from the USB drive, and away you go. I've tried for months to figure out a way how to self-boot it. I cannot find a way to do it. I checked everything. Everything I'm doing is right. It's frustrating as hell, but that's where we are. But I'm still, every time I get a little piece of information, I will investigate it and see if I can improve the USB keys. Also, all the ones that I have in stock currently have updated. The Mint Linux on it is all updated to the current version, and also RetroPie has been updated all to the latest version too. So there's no need to update anything. And also, if you have any questions, if you buy one and you got questions and you're having problems, please don't hesitate to drop me a line. I will drop everything and help you out if I have it on my phone, or if I find the notification on my phone or the computer. Please, I will jump on and help you out. And also, last but not least, don't forget I am streaming on Kick, which is the newest live streaming platform. I thought I'd give it a shot of going back to live streaming. So far, I've done some retro gaming ones. Today, which is Saturday, April 29th, I'm going to be live streaming at 9 o'clock doing a modern game, Battlefield 2042, and we'll see how well I do with the 12-year-olds on Saturday morning. Anyways, folks, that's it for the Weekend Report. I'm Dadisajoke. We'll see you next time. Take care, everybody.